Hello and welcome to another update video about GALA. GALA continues to be in this sideways movement. This certainly could be an ending diagonal. Still, yeah, we haven't broken down. We are still holding support. And as mentioned in the previous video, against this key support level of 4.6 cents, we can focus on higher. We then have further support here around the 4.3 cent level. And if we come down here around 3.6 and then going below that 3.41 cent level, would indicate that we are in a larger wave 2 correction. I mean, we can probably get some signals before. I think if we drop really down impulsively out of this ascending wedge pattern, then we have a good chance that we finally are in this wave 2. This could really be the last attempt of GALA to put another higher high in this fifth wave of the first. And one way of doing this is to do this obviously in this ending diagonal pattern. So that pattern suggests that this trend is nearly over. And we've got here wave 1, 2, here the 3, here possibly a 4, and this could be a fifth wave consisting of 5 subwaves again in an ending diagonal pattern. Target for that would be a maximum of 6 cents. It can certainly break out of that wedge to the upside briefly, but would then in that scenario break down and follow the path down. So it maybe does something like that, breaks out, and then comes down an ABC correction into a wave 2 long trade area. That's the first key scenario. If we broke down from now, today, then this area for the wave 2 would be between 3.63 cents and 2.44. You can notice an overlap with the other support area, which sometimes happens, which might indicate that if you really get down to that region, it might be worth maybe adding a small position already. But the way to trade this is certainly to only go in with a small position at the top, and then the further we come down to the key decision point, the sort of invalidation point, or as good as invalidation point, the 78.6 fib level, to put the largest position size there, where you have the biggest risk. So the biggest risk as close as possible to the stop loss. And of course that might mean that you might get in a little bit too late and not all of your orders will get filled, but that's normally how you get through these markets and survive in these markets, because a lot of people are just over risking. The other scenario is, of course, that the wave 4 is still in some weird way ongoing. I start to, the longer this takes, the more unrealistic this gets. I mean, this could still be some kind of an A wave here and then the B wave, and we come down in C and still hold basically like a running flat scenario. So ABC in a wave 4 and would then move up impulsively afterwards in a wave 5. Observing that as well, but there's currently no evidence for that. So we can only analyze what's in the on the charts for us. But because of that, I gave you these key support levels, and that's sort of what I observe at the moment. Not really any change to the previous video. Still an active uptrend, but it might get exhausted up here. You can see that by just looking at the chart indicators. You can see between all these tops, you see these bearish divergences appearing on the 30-minute chart. Well, you do see them on the 1-hour chart as well. On the relative strength index, pretty clearly you make higher highs but lower highs on the price chart, and on the 4-hour they appear as well. Yeah, and we are in an ascending wedge. An ascending wedge would most likely break to the downside. So again, it could follow here a little bit higher, maybe to put that fifth wave in, and then if it breaks down, then we have a good case to make that we are in the wave 2. If we break out already, let's say now, then this would be the case as well. Then we have to assume that we already finished this move up at one of these highs, possibly here, and then we came down an A wave, overshooting B wave, and we are already in the C wave down. I have here maybe the first impulse down, the wave 2 up, which is certainly a possibility as well. That's why it's so important to understand these key lows. And I think the first really good evidence that we're already coming down in this wave 2 is if we lose that wedge. Yeah, if we break out of that wedge and then also take out the previous low, here the wave 4 low, because you can always get a fake out, but if you take the previous low out and sustain below that here at 4.6 cents, would be good evidence that we're actually coming down further. Okay, and that's my update about GALA. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.